Oh, did it freeze? Imagine going through an attack and being raped. Then imagine getting pregnant from it. And then having to deal with your rapist trying to get custody for the next 18 years of your life. Shauna Pruitt was a rape victim, and this happened to her. According to CNN, Shauna said, "How could I possibly entrust my beautiful baby to him?" She wondered, but beyond that, I didn't know how to spend the next 18 or more years of my life tethered to my attacker. This could happen to anybody. This could happen to your sister. This could happen to your friend. This could happen to your mom. And according to the article, Rape-Related Pregnancy Estimates Depressive Characteristics from a National Sample of Women in Washington Post. Among women, an estimated 32,000 pregnancies result from rape each year. That's still a third end up giving birth, and that's still a lot of women. So this still could be one of your moms, your sisters, anybody you know. Rapists should not be allowed to have access to parental rights. Today, I'm going to tell you about the problems, the causes, and the solutions. The problems when it comes to rapists having parental rights is re-victimizing and using it as a bartering chip. They don't want to see the rapist every weekend. The rapist or the victim does not want to have to deal with their rapist all the time when they have to drop the child off at their dad's house for the weekend, or when they have to go to court to battle over custody issues. They don't want to have to relive this situation. They shouldn't have to go through it again. According to the article, Bill to Block Rapists, Parental Rights Remains Stalled in Ohio Senate. No survivor should have to worry that her attacker is going to sue her if she becomes pregnant and has a child because of rape. No one should have to spend a lifetime tethered to their rapists, especially if it means watching a violent offender raise her child. But this is a potential reality for the 32,000 women who become pregnant from rape each year. They don't need to be spending they've already gone through the rape before. They don't need to keep being bugged by their rapist. The second issue is they use this as a bartering chip. They'll use this in the court of law, saying, "I'll drop the lawsuit for parental rights if you drop the charges of rape." They just want justice for their child, but they can't also have justice for themselves. So they have to pick either their child or themselves, and they shouldn't have to do that. They shouldn't have to deal with their rapist again. The article in Washington Post called, "And Bill in 5 states would make it harder for rapists to get parental rights." Representative Michelle Fay said, "Rapists can use parental rights to coerce their victims into silence. If they tell anyone, they will, if the rapist will tell the victim that if they tell anybody about the situation or the attack, they will fight for the rights of the child. They will use it against them. It's almost like blackmailing. They won't, they'll deal with them for the rest of for 18 years. Now, there are some people out there that will argue against this cause. A lot of judges are very reluctant to get rid of the parental rights until they are completely guilty. According to The Economist, being convicted of violent felony can often be ground for revoking parental rights, especially if the parent in question goes to prison or the crime involves a member of family. But judges have made discretion to weigh circumstances of each family that appears before them. The emphasis is always on the best interest of the child. Now, some of the judges think having a father in the child's life is best for the interest. But that's not always the choice. It's up to the family. And some people are better off without a father, especially one who's a rapist. Now, some also say if they go to jail or if they go to rehab, they'll come out not a rapist. They'll be rehabilitated. Jail and rehab can't change that. They rape, and in the point of the victim can't forget it. So they shouldn't have to terminate the parental rights. People don't change, and the victim can't erase it from their minds. The victim doesn't forget. There are things that can be done. There are a few solutions. One, the states can outlaw this. They can create their own laws and make sure that rapists don't get rights to their child. According to the article, Worst States for Pregnant Rape Victims, 31 states allow rapists to sue for rights to the child. That needs to change. The second thing that we can all do as just individuals is spread the word. Become advocates and make sure that there's enough noise that the Senate and the states hear about it, so the states can take it into their hands and make sure laws are passed. You can do this and you can make the change. Rapists should not have parental rights. It just re-victimizes the victim and they can end up using it as a bartering chip. The judges are reluctant to terminate them because they can just send them to jail or rehab and they'll come out a better person, which that doesn't happen. And the states need to create laws, as long as we also need to make enough noise and advocate for these people. We need to spread the word. Let people know rapists can't have parental rights. Think that if you were raped and you decided to keep the baby, and then your rapist came back and said that he wants parental rights to the child, what would you do?